Switching cell phone plans is a great way to save money and get better service.
Let's talk about the best cell phone plans of 2023, whether you're shopping for just you or your entire family.
Starting with our favorite unlimited plans, they are from Visible.
The Visible Unlimited plan costs less than Verizon's cheapest prepaid plans, and that's saying something.
Unlimited minutes, unlimited messages, unlimited data, unlimited mobile hotspot are included, but your speeds may be throttled when their network is congested.
Visible isn't like other MVNOs. It's owned and operated by Verizon. It is Verizon minus the stores and the people. We've talked about Visible before, but Visible changed their whole plan structure. It used to be that you could get as low as $25 a month if you brought a bunch of lines. It was called Party Pay. No more Party Pay. You can get $30 a month on a single line plan.
The plan also includes limited talk and text to Canada and Mexico and 5G nationwide. That is the low-band 5G. It's the slow 5G.
But it's the only 5G you really need unless you're outside in a city, because the high-band 5G doesn't go through walls. The hell with that.
Visible also offers the Visible Plus plan for $45 a month, also unlimited. The difference here is that you get 50 gigabytes of the premium network experience. So once you use that 50 gigabytes, then your speed may be slowed.
The Visible plan is probably good enough for most people, wouldn't you say, David?
I would say so. Unless you're in a really crowded, densely populated area, that's when you can run into some issues with the network congested. But if you live anywhere else, Visible's the way to go.
I really like this plan, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. It helps us out.
Longtime viewers of the channel may remember that in every single Best Plans video, we recommended the Verizon 5 gigabyte prepaid plan.
That plan is dead. If you signed up for it, you're grandfathered in. But if you decided to change somewhere along the line, like I did, you can never go back to it.
Verizon's base prepaid plan is $35 a month. It includes 15 gigabytes of data, which is not bad, but that's still more expensive than Visible's unlimited plan.
No reason to have that plan and not Visible's plan. They're both Verizon. But if you want a cheaper plan, check out one of these next two options.
The first is Mint Mobile's 10 gigabyte prepaid plan, 10 gigabytes of data. After you use that 10 gigabytes, you get to use unlimited low-speed data, also unlimited minutes, unlimited messages, 5G included, calling to Canada and Mexico.
And Ryan Reynolds.
In addition to Ryan Reynolds, also Wi-Fi calling and mobile hotspot are included.
Way to go, Ryan. It's a good plan.
Right now, Mint Mobile has an intro offer. You can get 6 months of service for $60 a month. That is a really incredible deal for 10 gigabytes of data.
But most people want a cell phone plan that's longer than 6 months.
Right.
So after that 6 months, you can buy chunks, right?
Yep.
A whole year is $240, so you end up paying $20 a month.
However, if you only renew for 3 or 6 more months, the price is going to be a little bit higher than $20.
Mint Mobile keeps reaching out to us via email. They want us to promote their plans. They're not paying us to say this stuff. But until Ryan Reynolds comes in here and talks to us, not doing it.
And before we move on to our next cheap plan, there are a few things you want to consider when you subscribe to a new plan. The first is coverage.
Obviously, you want good signal where you live. Don't worry as much about 5G because it's not built out yet. Worry about, do I have good 4G LTE coverage here and at my vacation home?
Or where you work.
Next up, data. How much do you use each month? You can find out using our calculator.
Go to upphone.com/calculator. Then enter how much data you used over the current period on your phone, and then choose the date you last reset the statistics on your phone.
I've used 60 gigabytes over the last 140 days, which works out to an average of 12.4 gigabytes per month. One of those unlimited plans would be a good plan for me.
Next up is lines. How many lines do you need? Some carriers do offer plans with multi-line discounts. You add more lines, you save more money.
Generally, you won't get these discounts on prepaid plans because they're already cheap.
One thing that's becoming increasingly important is phone compatibility. So when Apple went to iPhones with eSIM only, some smaller carriers that don't support eSIM simply won't be able to support your phone.
I don't like that move. They didn't do it in Europe because they would have gotten sued. In the US, we're pretty much the only ones that have this eSIM only problem, and it pushes out some of the smaller carriers like David just said.
The next thing to consider is a nearby physical store location. As you said, some carriers just don't have these stores. Carriers like Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T do. Sometimes it's pretty convenient.
I hate going into the cell phone store. Do you?
When I switched to Verizon, it was really helpful. I just walked into the store and here's my SIM card, here's my phone number, ported over. It was really, really easy to do.
So he had a plan going in. He said, here's my SIM card. I just need a new SIM card, and that's it.
If you're going into the store, have a plan. You know, I want this plan. Here's my phone. I want to keep my number. Here's my SIM card. I guess they give you a new SIM card.
They'll give you a new SIM card, but you are the one who's in control there. Don't let them upsell you.
Yeah, if you go into the store with no plan, they're going to upsell you to a very expensive plan that you don't need. Our other favorite cheap plan is offered by Tello Mobile. $19 a month for 5 gigabytes of data, unlimited minutes, and unlimited messages are included.
Also Wi-Fi calling, also mobile hotspot, also free calling to 60 plus countries, no contracts, upgrade or downgrade your plan at any time.
Right now, Tello has a $10 per month intro offer. You sign up, your first month is $10. They are a T-Mobile MVNO, so T-Mobile's coverage is the coverage they give you. Also, with the 5 gigabytes of data, once you use that 5 gigabytes, you get unlimited low-speed data after.
Next, let's talk about the big 3 carriers. First, the best Verizon plan also happens to be the best premium unlimited data plan.
That is Verizon's Get More Unlimited plan, no high-speed data cap.
None. Also, subscriptions to Apple Music, Hulu, Disney+, ESPN Plus, and Apple Arcade or Google Play Pass.
This plan also includes 1 travel pass day per month. It's really great for traveling internationally, and they only expire at the end of the year, so you could save up your days, have 12 at the end of the year, go on a nice trip
for 12 days. And then come home.
Come home, it'd be great.
But it's a really good deal if you are traveling internationally because Travel Pass can be up to $10 a day, so that's $120 per line. Let's say you have a big family, 5 people, $600.
Speaking of 600, it also includes 600 gigabytes of Verizon cloud storage.
Which you should never use. Use a cloud storage service that isn't tied to your cell phone plan, so if you leave your carrier, you don't lose all your photos.
Starts at $90 per month per line.
Ouch.
But if you add 4 lines, the monthly cost per line drops to $55 per month, which is not that expensive if you're putting the whole family on this plan.
Right, and then your kids can go to school and, kind of have the cool plan.
Let's move on to T-Mobile. And before we talk about the plan, I just want to say, I really appreciate what T-Mobile did with the Un-carrier campaign, getting rid of contracts, lowering the prices, making prepaid plans mainstream.
Right.
And nowadays, their plans just aren't that great.
Nope. Like many politicians, they make promises like, I'm not your typical cell phone carrier, but their 10 gigabyte prepaid plan, $40 a month.
Essential Limiteds costs $60 per month, but the mobile hotspot peaks at 3G speeds.
And the Magenta plan only gives you 5 gigabytes of mobile hotspot.
However, there are some hidden T-Mobile plans. If you go to their prepaid plans page, you'll only see 3 plans there, but if you add Connect to the end of that URL, you'll unlock some secret plans.
Whoa! These plans are really for people who like to stay at home. It says domestic about 1,000 times in this website. So for the $15 a month plan, you get unlimited domestic talk, text, and 3 gigabytes of data.
But there is a catch. That 3 gigabytes is a hard cap. If you use that 3 gigabytes, you don't get unlimited low-speed data like you would on the Tello or Mint Mobile prepaid plans.
But maybe you used our calculator and you found out you only use 1 gigabyte of data per month. Good deal right here. There's one unimpressive perk to this plan. If you stick with it, every year you get 500 megabytes extra added to your data cap up until March 2025.
So you get like 1.5 gigabytes.
More
if you
gigabytes.
Stick with that for.
So your 3 gigabyte plan is then 4.5.
Yeah. Not super impressive. Also not impressive, this plan is not eligible for T-Mobile Tuesdays. That's their rewards program. And that's why I recommend, if you really want T-Mobile, pay all the way up and get T-Mobile Magenta Max.
How much does that cost?
$85 a month for 1 line.
Yikes.
But here's what you get. Unlimited minutes and messages, obviously. No high-speed data cap.
None.
No high, that's great.
But that's not for mobile hotspot. Okay.
No, 40 gigabytes of high-speed mobile hotspot, which should be enough for most people unless you're just not using Wi-Fi ever, but it's good. Wi-Fi calling and high-band 5G included. Netflix on Us, that's the standard Netflix account for up to 2 screens. Nice little perk there too.
This is your standard Netflix, not your 4K Netflix that you want to buy up to. You're already paying $1 million a month for. And then you also get Apple TV Plus and 1 year, count them, of Paramount Plus.
Worst streaming service out there. It's terrible.
Come on, it's got Star Trek.
Yeah, it's not. It's clunky. Our favorite AT&T plan is an AT&T prepaid plan, 16 gigabytes of data for $25 a month.
Unlimited text and talk, plus the 16 gigabytes of data in Canada and Mexico. And the United States.
Yeah.
Where you live.
You also get unlimited texting to more than 100 countries, mobile hotspot included with this plan, but there is a pretty significant catch.
If the person in the other country texts you back, you're going to pay through the nose for it.
Well, that wasn't the catch I was thinking of. The catch here is that you have to pay for the full year in advance. So that works out to about $304 with taxes and fees. So if you can afford that upfront cost, it's a really great deal. If you can't afford the upfront cost, probably Mint Mobile's the way to go.
If you feel like you want to subscribe to one of these plans, maybe consider subscribing to our channel as well. We put a lot of work into these videos, David.
Sure do. And we want to talk about our favorite no data plans. Not everyone needs a ton of data. Not everyone needs any data at all. And there are a couple options for you. The first is the Tello Mobile 0 GB plan for $8 a month.
That's an exciting plan, but for $100 a year, you get a phone number.
Yeah.
Unlimited talk. Unlimited
text.
Yep. Bang. And the Ting Mobile Flex plan starts at $10 a month, but you have to be careful because if you do use data on that plan, every gigabyte you use is an additional $5.
Ting does have great customer support, though, so if you end up in one of those situations, maybe they'll help you out.
A whole bunch of people just showed up in our Discord from our live stream the other day. New channel members. Channel members have the opportunity to ask us questions in the Discord. We will get back to you if you have any questions about these cell phone plans.
Yeah, a lot of other great perks too. Click that join button below this video. And now that you have a great plan, check out our video comparing our favorite Android to our favorite iPhone, Google Pixel 7 Pro versus iPhone 14 Pro. Watch that video next.
Their $15 plan includes amateur.